This is a key component of the project. I thought it was important enough to single out. So we're paying specific and special interest to market development. How can we continue to develop these innovative ideas that have potential and marketability across the region? Our countries are really relatively small. I keep saying the market, the consumer base is relatively small. In Dominica, you have less than 90,000 people. In Grenada, it's the same. Half of them are babies and children going to school. So we have very small consumer bases. You don't have a lot of people who can go out and buy stuff. So if you want to develop businesses that have good growth potential, then you have to look for expanding markets. And this is one of the things that we're pushing to do, yeah? So market support development is key. Business council, I spoke to this already in terms of mentorship. This is really what it's all about. It spoke to the policy dimension, the fact that the site, and Sophie will come later and go through the site with you. But one of the critical things of the site is to promote policy. At the end of the day, we want to use the information that we are getting on the ground from these women to help support policy development at the region, within the region. In terms of what are some of the things we're doing right, what are some of the things we're doing wrong in terms of this whole issue of enterprise development. I remember a few years ago, CEDA itself had put so much money into micro enterprise in the region, and I know a lot of things went wrong. Some things went right, but I know a lot of things went wrong. I can remember the project well, because I remember doing an assessment on it for UNDP. So we have to keep looking at some of the wrongs and rights and what we're doing in terms of our interventions. So that information will help feed up in terms of some of the policy development as necessary. This is really looking at some of the things that we need to make this happen. The ones in red are the ones that we need most assistance with. So the ones in red in terms of website management and the operational costs, this is what I was speaking to earlier in terms of the setting up the foundation to make sure we have the support to facilitate the website management and the operational costs. All the other things more or less are already in place. How can you assist? First and foremost by becoming a partner. I will mention one or two potentials that we have already, but you could also provide financial commitment as always key. As I said, when we leave here today, I would like to have more than UNWomen on board in terms of a partner. Attach your logo, you could, this stuff. I'm sure some of you all come up with more innovative ways to help, right, Andrea? Andrea as well have already been given a lot of support. Actually, she's been pioneering some of the one-on-one help with some of the local businesses, the local women that participated in the training. So she's been very hands-on. I kind of like Andrea's approach. Right, who's already on board UNWomen as a funder? We've had some ongoing discussions with Propel. Propel is a city initiative which is seeking to reach what they call high-end markets in terms of promotion. But the thing with Propel is that they're focused specifically on the agro industry. So that's only one component of the project, whereas some of the ideas we have that the women came up with, some are outside the perimeters of Propel's scope because they're not all agro businesses. So but Propel is a good partner. There's a lot of money in Propel, and we've had intense discussions with them, specifically in relation to Grenada and Dominica. So they are already ready to come on board. We have really good ideas happening, particularly in Dominica. Already have marketable businesses. We have the women farmers who are producing toloma, and this is a product that is being used in the hospitals in Martinique. We are trying to work with both Dexia, who's the export agency in Dominica, and with Propel to see how we can actually get their product into more hospitals, more places who deal with convalescents and stuff in the region. Because it's really a good product, it has a lot of good potential. So that's one of the ways in which we are already beginning to use the partnerships with which we are forming. So that's a little bit about what Propel is about. Kuso, who's here at least, we've had Strong discussions with Lisa, and they're an international development agency working in the volunteer sector. They're here volunteering with the YBT. We've kind of like stolen Lisa away from, I hope Marcus is not upset with me. But we've had some strong discussions, and actually Lisa's bringing a team, and she's right here over to my right. She's bringing a team of 11 persons, or the whole team, on sometime in December to meet with us in terms of how we could actually cement this partnership. But they're doing good work as well here in Barbados and in the region. They have strong volunteers who could bring a lot of capacity support to what we're doing.